Hi, everyone, which basically means just me. There's one person. Hi. Ah, you're already here. I'm so happy. I don't know how to say your name. It's P. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say it out loud. I don't know if I can say that out loud. I'm trying to read it to myself to see if I'm actually like I got it correct, but I don't know if I should say it out loud. But hi to you. Let me bring you guys a bit closer. Guys, this is how I know I feel so comfortable with you guys. I just went on like a long walk and I'm like just dressed like this and like without makeup, and you guys just love me as I am. Hi, Sherry and Michal and Eric. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Oh, yay. Sherry94 started watching your new video with the Saluki. Be careful? Tell me, Sherry, how I should be careful. This was a controversial one. Oops. Siri is listening to me. I'd love to hear your guys. Oh, PBH. Okay. I thought that like you say like biatch. Sorry. I literally read your name as like biatch. Not cursing everyone, but like that's how I read your name. But now I get that that's not how you say it. So it's PB. Wait, I missed your comment. Where is it? PBH. Okay. Hi, everyone. Kiran Kumar, the double-edged sword from South Africa. Yay. Ido, the Suruki is from South Africa. Hi, Tiffany S. Was just reading your comment and just replying to it. Let's see. World economy now. I'm just convinced that this is a bot. I'm not sure because they just keep saying the same thing again and again. But I'm assuming World Economy Now that you have subscribed a while ago just so that you can be on one of these things, just so that you can comment. Isn't that true? So you've been waiting. You've been waiting to be on one of these lives. But I just don't have the. Let's see. Boom, time out. Listen, guys, I don't have the patience and the tolerance to just like have this like spammy thing come up on our thing. Like, I literally just want to talk to you guys. I don't have the strength. I'll teach you guys a phrase. Okay, I'm gonna teach you guys a phrase in Hebrew. I'll write it in English and in Hebrew. So it's en li koach. If there's any Hebrew speakers here, you can tell everyone what it means, but it's like en li koach, which basically means I don't have the strength or the will, or I don't feel like it. Something like that. It's just I don't have the patience, I don't have koach to deal with this person. It's just so spammy and so like I just don't have the koach. So we're not doing that today because I wanted to get on here to talk with you guys, but I actually want to hear what you guys think. So show of hands, who watched the Saluki vlog? I had a feeling this would be sort of it's a different vlog than the usual. And now I'm looking at the latest vlogs, and they're suddenly all collaborations, which is very cool. But I don't I also know that I should probably try and get other how do you say, content that's not just that. Yeah. Yes, you guys have been watching it. Okay, let me know your honest thoughts. Like, actually write your thoughts about it. So I might repeat myself to those of you who were on the last live, but I basically just bumped into Ido. I saw him on one of Coco Girl's vlogs, and they did a collab, and that was just sort of, you know, it. Um, and I know that he is a very like controversial person and figure. But I was, as I do with a lot of the people that I see online, I prayed for him for weeks before I actually met him or bumped into him. And so for me, I'm just sort of like, okay, I'm bumping into this person. What does I believe in God, right? So like, what does God want me to do? How does God want me to show this person love or kindness? And that's my role right now for however many minutes or hours we hang out. And we actually hung out for quite a bit. I think he's probably used to like, going places and being in different, whatever. And so he'll just, chill with the camera with whoever he's with. And then we went to eat somewhere and we just, hung for a few hours. Um, so even though we're very, very, very different people, I think he entered deep into my heart. And I just send him a lot of love. That's my purpose, is to love. I try to do that with everyone, and so I just hope that he feels loved, in this life by coming across from me. And yep, that's sort of the gist of it. I'm gonna scroll back up a bit just to see what you guys commented because I've been talking to myself a bit. Linda McManus, hi Linda. Everyone say hi to Linda. Linda is a very, very dear friend of the family. I'm so happy I get to say hi to you, Linda. She said it was educational and loved it. I'm happy to hear that. Michal says, I want to see more convo between the two of you. That would be very interesting to. I know that he doesn't like quote unquote debates, and I'm not that way either. I'm more conversational, and so it would be interesting if that was a thing. I almost wonder if he would actually do that with like someone else and me being just sort of like the in between mediator. I don't know how that would work, but that could be interesting. Martina K says, I watched it, and yes, he is a bit a challenging character. Yes, yeah, he's very different from me. Um, and I think this is the thing. It's like when you meet someone who's very different from you, I made it a point that I will put boundaries. Like wherever there's a boundary needed to be put, where I'm just like, hey, that's not chill with me. That's not cool. Then that's sort of how it went. And I think we sort of established that like mutual respect to the point where like I gave actually the vlog like such a horrible title. I'm really bad at titles and thumbnails and marketing myself. Like I'm not really good at it. And he's like, that's a really terrible, what did he say? Like, that's a really terrible title, friend. I'm like, he's right. He just said it. But I feel like we've established enough of like a kindness in our relationship as friends that he could say like, hey, that's terrible, friend. And he just sort of, gave his 2 cents, which is great because he has so much more experience than me. And I'm really not that great of a YouTuber in the sense. And so yeah, we have a mutual respect between us as people, and I think that he knows that. I was very, very cautious not to make him feel like I was using him for clout, because that's really important to me that people don't feel, I don't know, taken advantage of or being used. Like, it's not for me. And so he was like, no, no, like put my name in the title. That's fine. Um, so we did that. So yeah, I think that was important for me to just sort of like establish like, hey, you're a person, I'm a person. How can we respect each other as friends? And I think that that's a good thing to have with someone who is different from you, but also probably many people would see him as a traitor or like an enemy. Um, so yeah. Sherry 94. I've watched several of his videos. He is definitely different, but his character says a lot. Mm-hmm. Donald Rutschruch. Sorry, I'm butchering your last name. It's good to see two people disagree on things, but yet still talk and be polite to each other. I really agree with you, Donald. I think that was like the point that I was trying to make. It wasn't so much the content, right? It wasn't so much about, whether or not we see eye to eye, or like it's not about winning, right? It's not about Israel versus Palestine. It was two people that bumped into each other, and let's see if we can just have a normal conversation and still walk the same, pavement on the same side. And I think it's we forget that literally it just starts with that. Sometimes we can't even do that, and I'm just not willing to live that way. I don't have to agree with a person in order to love them, right? And so I think that was really important for me to try and do. um PBH says, when you use love, you never lose. I agree with that. That's a beautiful thing to say. That is so beautiful to say. I think, yeah, when like, look, there's a price to pay for loving, but it's not a loss. I don't see it as a loss. So I love what you just said. That's beautiful. Um David Lear. Hi, David. It's good to talk to and, more importantly, listen to people who disagree with us, so long as they're decent people at heart. Yes. I think that it's not possible to talk with everyone. There are people who do not want to talk. There are people who do not want any type of conversation. And usually those are definitely like your enemies. You know what I mean? I think when I haven't watched every single, vlog of Ido, the Saruki, but I can see within him that um, he has a little bit of a different type of reporting than I, right? Like we have different angles, but I see I see his heart through it, I think. I see his heart, and I feel like his that he does have both worlds in him. I don't know how to explain that without getting too deep into his soul, which is not, my place to do. But yeah, people are dynamic, like there are some people that are not dynamic at all, that they will hate you no matter what, and that's just sort of the end of it. Um, but I feel with Ido, I had the ability to walk around, and also off camera, or like parts that weren't even in there. We actually laughed about things. We laughed about things, and we talked about things, and you know, um, you could see a bit more of his personality, if you will. That wasn't to do so much with the conflict. We actually talked a lot about drug use. I don't even know how we got there. I guess you can see it in the vlog, like sort of a little bit of that, but it was just one of those things that, uh, you know, I don't know. We just talked about stuff. So yeah, let's see. Um, Hi, Junior. I just watched you Tel Aviv camping with a tent in the fourth, in the minus 4 underground level of a parking garage. Thank you for sharing your life and faith through peace, through media. I think you're just lovely. Ah, thank you, Joe in St. Pete. That's so nice of you to say, Junior. So, for those of you guys who haven't seen my All Israel News report, or the latter part of this last vlog, I also go, after seeing the Saluki, just days after. I went to the -4 parking level of the Dizengoff Center, which is basically a huge shopping center in. Sorry, I got distracted, in Tel Aviv, and they made that sort of a makeshift bomb shelter for people who either don't have a shelter, or they don't feel safe, or their houses were blown out, stuff like that. And so it was very sort of sad to walk around in, but also just like very strengthening to know that, when the community needed help, people, they rose up and they helped. So I thought that was a really amazing thing that they did. Andy Ryan 2732 says, good evening from Northern Ireland. Hi. I am actually Irish. I don't know if you guys know that, but my dad was very Irish. Kiran Kumar, Sammy Hood video. I liked you. I liked you looked very relaxed and happy there. Yeah, it was a very chill day. Sammy, I consider him now a friend. Very sweet young man. If you guys don't know who Sammy is, let me just promote him for a second. I don't know if I just went black on you guys or if you guys can hear me or not. But when I do that, do I go completely black? I don't know. But this is, I'm gonna pin this one. So Sammy Hood is, I would consider him now just a new friend. Very, very sweet young man. Has great sense of conviction, great sense of purpose, and also like I meet people that are very different from me in some ways, right? But he's more similar to me than, let's just say, Ido is in general. But yeah, his message, his main message is about for Jews to come back home. Combating, Jew hatred in a sense. I don't know if that's the right word, but like he basically teaches Jews to be strong in their identity. And yeah, you guys should check out his Instagram. But yeah, it was very relaxing that day. We we started later than what I had planned. And then we ate at some restaurant which was basically like around the corner from where the Iranian, like one of the Iranian missiles that hit Tel Aviv hit. Somehow like all the places leading up to it were completely blown out, but that place was not blown out. And I don't know how, but it sort of survived that. So we sat there and ate. And once we got him some grub and some coffee, we just walked around and, he just talked from his heart, saw the site where it had fallen, and then just sort of sat down for a rapid fire sort of questions. So, yeah, he's more similar to me. Actually, he had a birthday. Guys, listen. Sammy had a birthday. One second. Let's see if I can get this link for you guys. Opa, okay. Here's another link that I just put. Sammy just had his 25th birthday. So if you guys want to support Sammy and like give him a little birthday gift, please go and do that. You can do that with the link that I just put in the chat. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. And, he's here without his family. And yeah, he does have, good friends. But if you guys want to bless him for his birthday, I think he'd be more than happy. He does what he does basically for free. No one's paying him to do this. So if you guys want to bless him with a coffee, please do that. Let's see. I'm just talking a lot and not looking at the comments. I'm sorry. Lita Kanzis, I'm sorry that Alec Pollard, aka Insightful Nomad, isn't a believer in Yeshua. Otherwise, he would make a cute couple. I feel like you guys are the sweetest things. Like every person that will appear on the vlog, it'll be like, you guys could make a cute couple. Some of them also even have girlfriends, and you guys don't know that. But anyways, all the guys that I've been, on the vlogs with, they're very, very sweet people. I'll just put it out there that for me, if someone doesn't have the same faith as me, it's not something that I entertain. It's not like I don't go there. You know what I mean? It's not a thing for me. So as always, if you guys know of a really nice, kind-hearted, believing man, that would be nice for me. But generally speaking, Alec Pollard, aka Insightful Nomad, very sweet guy. Don't know him very, very well. I met him once for that vlog. We've chatted just a little bit in between, checked if he was okay because he was in Haifa when everything was, falling there. So yeah, that's sort of how we met for the vlog. Let's see. 1975 R. Stefan, say, Oriel, can you imagine to be with an atheist person, or would it be allowed to you? I'm only curious about. I wouldn't be ever with an atheist person. Not that I'm against atheists. I'm sure that there's people here that are atheists on the vlog, or on this chat, but I could never be with an atheist because it's completely different from my belief system. My life quite literally revolves around God. He is the most precious God being in my life. I cannot imagine myself without him. And I cannot imagine myself having someone who doesn't acknowledge him. Um, so no, I can't ever be with an atheist. It would just literally never work. Um, let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading. PBH says, I love the subtitles you put in your collabs. It adds a lot of perspective and it shows that you reflect on your experiences. Thank you so much. I try. Look, everything is a hit and miss. I was still editing this vlog today and somehow also chose music that was like not hitting the vibe and like was doing things really quickly. And I think two people even said something about it. So sometimes some things are hit and miss. The subtitles, Ido was like, you should like do like voiceover subtitles. But for me, I don't know. I don't want to distract that much from what's happening, although I do probably put too much text. But I'm happy that you like it. Lita says, I pray for the Saluki. That's great. I think everyone should be prayed for. Some people have no one to pray for them, you know? So yeah, pray for the Saluki. I don't know if Ido is watching this right now, but Ido, sending you love. But yeah, I pray for all of my friends. Michal says, Ido made the nicest comment about you on your video. He did. You know what, guys? He did. The sweetest comment. What did he say? Something like, I don't want to like, how do you say, blow my own horn? Is that the saying?
Check this out.
He said, he's like, I commented, pin this comment. Oh, Oriette is such a sweet and kind soul. You know what? That's literally, I believe that if anyone thinks I'm sweet and kind, first of all, my parents, I owe everything to them. And I hope that people see God through me. You know what I mean? Like that's, I think, the whole point. You guys know me by now. That's just important to me. I want really so much to just reflect the character of God and that they'll see him through me. So if he sees that, I hope he sees God. Scrolling a bit through the comments. Forgiven much, loving much. I love your name so much. I'm assuming that's from the New Testament, that those have been forgiven much also love much, right? With the example that Yeshua Jesus gave about the person that owed like a great debt, and he's talking to them like who would be, you know, more grateful, basically, that they were forgiven in that debt, the one that owed more or the one that owed less. And they're like, well, the one that owed, more. And so he says basically that those that have been forgiven much, they also love much. And I love that. So I'm thinking that that's what the origin of your name is. And I love that. You are saying you are going to get a lot of recommendations now. Recommendations for what exactly? Are you talking about collabs? Tiffany S. It is important to be equally yoked. Yes. I have learned the hard way that God tells us that to protect as much as anything. I agree. Yes, I don't know that it would be worth it. You can have people that are very similar to you, but I think that there would still be like a lack of like godly leadership. Um, I wouldn't even begin to think about how you would go about raising children. Um, so yeah, I think it's so for those of you that might not know this lingo, to be equally yoked. So like a yoke is basically when you would have like in the past, like you would farm. Let's just say you would have oxen, and those oxens, if they, needed to like carry a plow behind them or carry something, they would have on their neck what's called a yoke. So this thing basically is on their neck and it helps them like pull something forward, like whatever is behind them. So if you have two oxen, let's just say, and that yoke is unequal, then one is carrying it more than the other, or it's like it doesn't work out. So that's what it means to be unequally yoked, which basically means that you're not equal. One is in a different place, one is carrying more. And so literally it would not work out if I didn't have someone of the same faith. And when I say the same faith, it doesn't have to be, he doesn't have to be a Jew. He doesn't have to be a Messianic Jew. So like my parents, my mom is Jewish Israeli, right? My dad was not Jewish at all. And so you can basically say a Jew and a Gentile got together, created all of us. And he lived like as a Messianic Jew, but he is not a Messianic Jew. So you could say he's basically grafted in. And we just sort of, all of us live the Messianic Jewish lifestyle. You know what I mean? And so he doesn't have to be a Jew himself, but I think that he does need to, one, live here. He needs to want to learn the language, and he needs to basically like want to embrace that culture with all of the Jewish customs, traditions, all this stuff. So yes, so if ever you guys see, any guy in the vlog that's like not a believer, like don't even go there. It's not like an option for me to even think about it, even though they're all sweet people. You know what I mean? Let's see. Rent in your area. Oops, 1 second. I sort of jumped up. Valerie Almagor. Actually, my middle name is Almagor. That's sort of very similarly spelt to my name. Rent cost in your area just depends. You could have a well, we would call it like a living room bedroom, like a 1 bedroom, for like 3,700, 4,000 shekels, which would be, hey Google, how much is 4,000 shekels in US dollars?
4,000 Israeli new shekels is approximately $1,178.64.
So 4,000 shekels is about $1,100. So like a 1 bedroom apartment would be something like that in this area, which is cheap. Cheaper than cheaper than Jerusalem. Hi, Kay Grace. Much love from America. Sending you much love back, Kay. Let's see. You guys are saying such lovely and sweet things. Oh, toot my own horn. That's how you say it, Tiffany S. Thank you so much. I'm late. I said that like 10 minutes ago, and I'm only now looking at things. Tiffany S. I want to find a Bible-believing, Jesus-loving man of God who follows and leads in biblical principles. Handsome and sweet would be a bonus. Yeah, I think that's. I think sweet shouldn't be a bonus in my mind. I think that should be an essential. Like, this man should be sweet. Handsome, I mean, you would hope that you are attracted to this person. But I think the love in the heart is really what makes a person beautiful. So I'm sort of flexible on the handsome part, Let's see. Paul Frost. Have you ever come across Israel Ben David and his YouTube channel? He lives in Jerusalem and he looks like Moses. Let's see. Israel Ben. Oops. Ben David. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I haven't even seen him yet. Okay, I see. What is this? Prophet Israel speaking and teaching from the mountain of Samuel the prophet in Israel. Okay. So I guess he's talking about prophetic things. Quite interesting. He looks like a character out of literally like a movie. Um, I think I've bumped into him once or twice, but I don't know enough about him to know enough about him. um, yeah. Junior says, your love of Yeshua is also my love. He is number one for sure. Your sharing of Yeshua's truth is what makes your vlogs intriguing and inspirational. Thank you so much. Oh, you like the content. I'm so happy to hear that, Junior. I'm really happy to hear that. I am sort of contemplating right now my way forward because I'm sort of thinking, look, my faith is 100% part of everything that I do. It just doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be represented in a typical way in everything that I do. I know that I have a mixed audience, and I love the fact that I have a mixed audience. I'm sure not everyone in this comment is like me, and that's okay. Like, you're absolutely welcomed here. And so I'm sort of contemplating my way forward with how, like, who am I on YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, when I look at these different YouTubers, they all have a very like clear message, if you will. They know who they are, they know what they're talking about, they know what they want to talk about. It's like very, very specific to them. And I feel like when you look at my channel, it's not very clear who I am. I started out as like a very vloggy vlog. I just brought you guys to wherever I was and what I was doing in my little life in Jerusalem and, whatever I was doing. And the vlog sort of took a bit of a turn to something a bit more like Israel focused. Um, I don't want to just do the things that work view wise. You know what I mean? Like, I want to actually do things that are of quality that you guys have an interest in, but I also don't want to do things that I don't have an interest in. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, I don't want to I don't want to talk about politics. I don't care for politics. Politics gets you a lot of views. I'm not really into it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't know who all these politicians are, and quite frankly, I don't really care that much. And so, I'm trying to figure out in what way what I have to contribute. Same on Instagram. It's a bit of a different platform, but I'm contemplating. So maybe you guys can tell me in the comments what content you like to see, or just your perspective on how you see me as a YouTuber. That actually might help me to get your guys' feedback. Oopsies, I'm skipping over things. Just reading some of your comments. Kiran Kumar, I remember your video on your apartment when you first moved into it. Kiran, are you talking about my the studio apartment, the small one? Because I remember that very well. It was a very sweet apartment. I liked that apartment. Sorry, just read a very confusing comment. Tyne Rift, I'm a Christian, but I do not consider you a complete Christian, because if you were a Christian, you would have the grace of Christ. Why have you not been freed from the curse of the law? Don't really know what you mean by that. I wonder what your understanding of the law actually is. So maybe you can tell me what that is. Linda McManus, I know him. Linda, are you talking about this Ben David guy? He prophesied I would make a CD and it happened. Wow, that's cool. Tiffany S., that man is out there for you. I believe he is already being prepared for you by God, and you're being prepared for him. Have faith. Tiffany S., it's literally the challenge of my life right now to have faith for that specific thing. I was just right now in my little desert place where I go to be with God just before I was right now here with you. And I literally had to do my throne my throne. This is how I know I'm tired. My stone throwing ritual. If you guys know what that is, basically, if I need to let out aggression or just my frustrations, I'll take a stone and I'll throw it while speaking to God or praying to God or just getting all my emotions out. And I was literally saying to him, I don't know if I have the faith for this anymore. I'm faithed out. I'm out of faith. I don't have hope for this anymore. And I just told him seriously that that's where I'm at. Um, you guys know me. Like, I'm not going to act like things are perfect. I'm really during a time in life that I just don't know that I have any hope in me. So I told God, you have to restore my hope because I don't have it in me right now to hope anymore. In the natural, I don't have any hope. So I think God is going to have to do something with that, you know? So, um, Trey Folcomer, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. This is what I hear over and over again. God is in control. That's beautiful. There's also a song like that. Oops. It's like a 90s song from Twyla Paris. It's called God is in Control. You guys should check it out. It's very nostalgic for me. I used to listen to Twyla Paris all the time growing up, like as a kid. We would put her like I don't know if she also had an instrumental CD, but we would put her CD of her worship music before going to sleep. So I like grew up on Twyla Paris. It's fun. Um, let's see. Oops. I think I got lost in the comments for a second. Um, Dai, you are Oriel. That is enough. That is very sweet of you. That's very sweet of you. I'm trying to decipher some of the comments because you're probably commenting on things I said before, and now I'm sort of lost in the comments. Linda says, I love hearing people in the marketplace in interviews. Yeah, that could be good. I tend to do sort of, a lot of interviews for All Israel News. So by the time it gets to like my vlog, I'm sort of like, probably don't even know the right format, like how to interview them. You know what I mean? But I should probably try to like figure that out. Dai says maybe you can vlog gaming on Twitch or YouTube if you're interested in that. Literally never been a gamer. I think I would get so bored. That's not like I'm sorry for anyone who actually likes, gaming, but didn't really grow up with it so much. My brother, gosh, he loves gaming. He'll really like play a lot, but I don't even know what I'm doing. Um, let's see. John Boyd, I love your adventures. I'm so happy that you come with me on adventures. That is so nice. Paul Frost, he popped on a plane just to pray over Israel. Amazing, amazing. Who does that? Who are we talking about, Paul? Who popped on a plane just to hopped on a plane to pray for Israel? Junior, you can be yourself. Giving your perspective from faith after having conversations with people would be what I've seen from you already, and for me, it's working. That's really nice feedback. Thank you so much. Stephen Combs, I love listening to your stories. You are my only friend in Israel. Even 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 though you don't know me, you're doing a great job. I love you, my friend Olia. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much. I'm happy that I have a friend in you. Oops, where are the comments? Skynet. Autumn reading the newspaper on All Israel News is great. Autumn is really great with that. Yeah, I learned a lot from her. And she's great and nice to see Oriel and Mansour on there. Yeah, so Mansour Ashok, I think he's going to do at least one video per week for All Israel News. And so you guys should look out for the new one that will come out in a bit. Dice says, "Do you like Hillsong? God bless." I'll listen to random Hillsong songs. Sure, it's not like a habit of mine to like listen to all the albums. I recently really love the song "Peace," and you probably have to write it on the internet like capital Peace, but with a space between every letter. That's a really beautiful song, worship song. Oopsies. Twyla Paris is a blast from the past. Yes, I'm assuming you and I are maybe, I don't know if the same generation, but Twyla Paris she's amazing. Dum, 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 dum. Getting lost in the comments again. Waltman says, "Oh yeah, do you know Sergio and Rhoda in Israel?" I know I'm subscribed to them, but I don't know them personally. Let's see. Oopsies. Uh-oh, who is this person who's getting gross in the comments? No, we're not doing that. Not today. Sorry guys. I didn't realize that was happening, but I don't allow for this kind of speech. It's not really nice, Mr. Mansour. Be blessed, Mansour. Let's see. Hi, Barry from Anderson, Indiana. So happy that you love the comment, the content. Really happy. The Top Cat says, "I love Joshua Aaron." It's great. And Shiloh Benhud and solo music. That's great. Yeah. So guys, there's like messianic worship that could be great for some of you guys that might be Christians on this channel. They're talking about Joshua Aaron, who is a worship leader, and Solu of Shiloh Benhod, and there's also different singers on there. So you guys can check them out on YouTube, Instagram. Really great people. We all grew up together in different ways. So yeah. Dice says, "You were talking about goals in life earlier. My only goal in life is God and love, and the rest is secondary." 1 Corinthians 13, "Without love, life is empty and pointless." I tend to agree with that. I tend to agree with that. I think that whether you are a person of faith in this way, or you're just you love in a different way, I think that love is a very, very lofty and noble aim to have, and I think it really does make life better. Let's see. Forgiven much, loving much says that I need a moderator. You know what? When I do this, some of them sort of infiltrate, but really it's not that much. The last time, I don't know how many of you guys were here for the last live, but I had to get off the computer and go back on my phone because we were having like audio problems, and there were so many comments. Like, wow, it was like I couldn't even see your guys' comments. It was ridiculous. A moderator wouldn't even help with that. But yeah, if ever I need a moderator, I want to find someone with patience. Let's see. Also Mikedem. So yeah, you have Joshua Aaron, you have Solo. Mikedem is also a great band. Emmanuel Roro also. So you guys can check all of them up. Martina K, is Buttercup sleeping? You know what? I don't know where he is. Let me check where he is. Let's see if I call him if he'll answer me. Bunny? Pacino? Bunny? Sorry, that was the most random thing. I literally just went to try and call Bunny to see if he would answer. No answer. Let's see. Have you ever met Jeff Morgan on So Be It? They talk to people in Tel Aviv. I haven't met Josh. Is his name Jeff? Sorry, Jeff Morgan. The other like co-host, if you will, I think his name is Josh. Is it Josh Lazarus? I don't know if it's Josh, but he's one of the Lazaruses, and his dad was actually my editor at Israel Today. Wait, was that Bunny? 1 second. Cappuccino? Bunny? Cuppy? For Bunny? Okay. Actually, that is Bunny. So we're gonna go downstairs and open the door for him because it's late. Sorry, I don't even know if someone's gonna be downstairs, but I'm gonna take you guys with me so that we can open for Bunny. Hello. It's like midnight and my sister's like over here eating a snack. 1 second. Whoa. Bunny. Now you're going to hear Bunny being all like, meow, meow, meow. Come on, Cuppy. Come on. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm literally just walking with the laptop. Bunny. Okay. We're back. Do you guys want to give a snack to Bunny with me? Let's give Bunny a snack. This is how I know that you guys are like my friends, because you will literally just like watch me give Bunny snacks. Okay. You want a snack? Cup your snack? Yes. You like the snacks, Bunny? He's just so cute. He's the best little bunny. He's my best friend. I think I missed a lot of your comments. Everyone's saying hi to Bunny. Oh, Walt says, do you know Sergio and Rhoda in Israel was a hint? You know, I just feel like they wouldn't want to collaborate with me. Like, I would love to meet them, right? I think that would be really nice to meet them, but I don't think that they would have any reason to like want to collab with me. But I'm sure they're nice people. Dai says, I don't understand why people are so hateful. If you are against the Israeli government, that doesn't mean you must treat Oriel like that. Please separate politics from people. That's nice of you. Thanks for being that way, Dai. Bunny's over there eating. Let's see. Just reading some of your comments. Pi says, Emmanuel Roro leading worship at my church this morning. KKCJ. Oh, I live in South Carolina, but this is my church since 2016. Guys, I used to work at KKCJ. Wait, let me bring you guys up because Bunny already had his snack. And I don't need to be on the floor like that anymore. Oh, cupper window? That's it. Bunny just wanted to chill in the window. So yeah, I used to work for King of Kings or KKCJ, basically. Oops. The comments. Everyone says that they love Bunny. I'm happy to hear that. Martina K, it's not a real live stream without Bunny being participating. That is true. Cupper Bunny is the main character. Tobias, probably right. Have you checked out Ashmaiz? Ashmaiz? He is an ex-Chabadnik and searching for Jesus. I don't know. Let's see. Is that his YouTube, this person, or is that his Instagram? Let's see. Ashmaiz. What, Bunny? Okay. Let's see. This is interesting. Yeah, I didn't know about this person, but it's definitely an interesting concept for a vlog. Bunny, what's wrong, Kippy? I think he just wants more snacks. Come here, Chino. You want some more? Here. Kippy. Okay. So you guys can see him behind me eating snacks. Sigma Delta Gamma says, did you ever go to any Jewish community centers when you were younger in the US? I went to one for a couple of years. Not that many. I think in our environment there were only churches, if you will. So not very much. Oh, someone's like cupper window. Yes. But he understands. It's basically just like cupper window. Like you want me to open the window. So yeah, cupper window. Stephen Combs, I don't know how anyone could not like you or say bad things to or about you. I don't like my mean people. You know what? I wish that were true. There is a lot of hate online. A lot. I can't even imagine how it is for people that have like a million gazillion followers or subscribers. Like for me, I barely have in comparison to other people. So I don't even know how they deal with it. I actually asked Sammy the other day because it was his birthday weekend, and a group of us went like out to like a desert place and like where there was water, and it was just a lot of fun. And on the way home, I asked him in the car, like, Sammy, how do you deal with all the comments? You know, like because he has a lot more followers than I do. And I'm just imagining the amount of hate comments he gets. And so he said what's mainly wearisome is just scrolling through all the bad ones to find like the one or two good ones so that he can respond. So that was sort of more like what made him weary. I think for me, it's like I know that anytime I open Instagram, I'm just going to get a lot of hate. So I've gotten used to it in a sense. I just sort of like, it's funny how your eye like adjusts. Bunny, Cuppy, you wanted to come in. Guys, this is how dramatic Bunny is. He'll want to come in, and then 2 seconds after that, he'll start complaining that he wants out. I'll let him out. 2 seconds after that, he'll be at the door again, being like, I want in, Bunny. See, this is what he does. That's what he does when he's like he gets like, I don't know, antsy, and then he's gonna like put two paws up and like start acting out. Chino, you wanna go outside? Cuppy, do you wanna go outside? Okay. Do you wanna go outside, Cuppy? Okay, bye, bunny. Bye. I can almost guarantee you guys 2 seconds from now, I'm gonna hear a meow again, and he's gonna be like, "Let me in." Anyways, someone is asking, "Is Bunny a boy or a girl?" He is a boy. He's so pretty though that some people think that he is a girl, but he's just a pretty boy. He's just a pretty boy. Chaim, I think someone says Linda McManus. Chaim, probably Melspin would be great to talk with. I've known Chaim since I was like a kid. I think he's a bit older than me. Yeah, probably like a few years older than me or something like that. Well, maybe even a bit more. But I think I've known him since I was a kid. Hi, Ido. What's going on here? Ido comes in with these unhinged comments. Anyways, guys, hi. We're both awake at this hour. I was talking about you before and how just how we met, that it was just sort of like we bumped into each other. But yeah. And then we're also just talking about my cat, which is very random. So yeah. Guys, I love the fact that you're here. I like often I do these lives and I really don't know who's gonna come on here. But yeah. And also, guys, listen, Hido is very different than me on this channel. We've had our sort of, little like, hey, not chill with that comment, or like, hey, don't say that to me. But it's all in good humor, right? Like that's the whole point. If you can actually be around a person who is different than you, and if you're different as friends, and you can have your little boundaries here and boundaries there, but still be friends, I think that's, I'm chill with that. So yes. Also, Ido gave me like really great title advice because guys, I'm good with titles of articles. I can do that, but sometimes I think about my videos like they are articles, and they're not. They're not. And I think that like people like Ido or like Talo from like the Traveling Clad, or like whoever, all these people, all these YouTubers, they have like really great titles, and I'm just so not good at it. Just so not good at it. So he gave me great advice. He's just like, "That's not a good title. Put this one." I'm like, you are not wrong. When you are right, you are not wrong. So yeah, I did that. But yeah. You guys are so sweet in the comments. The Salukido says you've gotten some nice views so far in our video, Baruch Hashem. I haven't checked it in the last hour. Let's see where it's at. Yes, honestly, Ido Kiro, I think it's really because, like, well, first of all, I'm assuming that if your name wasn't in the like title as Kiro, people wouldn't probably pay attention that much, because I'm a small YouTuber and my YouTube doesn't get that many views. But I do like the views that I get because I know it's from people that really want to be there. You know what I mean? But yeah, for now it says, at least here on my sort of like creators, whatever, that it's 2,700. Probably on YouTube it'll show like different. Yeah, let's see, because I don't know why that is. Maybe like you can explain to me. So there's this thing, guys, called basically like YouTube Studio, which it shows you like basically all your analytics in the behind the scenes. So here it will say that it's 2,700, but if I look at it on YouTube, it has 1,900. אז אני לא באמת מבינה למה פה זה ככה ופה זה כאילו זה ככה, but yeah. Ido, you're funny. More than Sammy's interview already. Takshiv, I need to, maybe what we'll do, Ido, Zishe, I'll get you and Sammy. And I'll be like in the middle, and you guys will just like debate it out. You know what I mean? So if you guys don't know, probably, you know, Sammy and the Saluki they had a little scuffle in the comments. Probably you guys saw it, and I was just like, no, guys, don't do this here. I love you both as people. Don't do that. But yeah, I just looked at it from the side and was like, two people arguing that I love on this comment section is going to be funny. You're in Nablus right now, Saluki? I've never been in Nablus, of course. I know someone from Nablus, a very, very sweet family that we met. We bumped into them like on a tiul at the Dead Sea. But she told me that it's very beautiful in Nablus. Yeah. You've been there for 4 days. Nice. Ido, is it in Nablus? Is it the same? We talked about it on the vlog. I'm always curious just how much. Oh, Nablus is prettier than Ramallah. Well, it's more north, isn't it? Right. So like it's also probably like more greener. Would it be then cheaper than Ramallah in the sense that's like maybe it's more beautiful, but it's not like the capital, if you will? I always wonder that. Grimly Grim, this is 67. I really like the warm and bright feeling of your bedroom decor. Looks cozy. Thank you guys so much. As you guys know, I had to sort of move back into my parents' house, which I'm very grateful for. This little room of mine is my little sanctuary, if you will. I had to make it as cozy as possible because if not, I just sort of feel, I don't know. It's hard to, I don't want to sound complaining. I'm grateful for this room, but my life has very much shrunk to this one little bit that is my sanctuary. And so I have to make it as cozy as possible. Bye, Saluki. Love you. I'll talk to you and see you soon. Everyone say bye to Saluki. Sweet friend. Yalla, Laila Tov Motik. Ah, they love you, Ido. Yeah, everyone, hit the smash button. Guys, thanks for being kind to my friend, Ido. It makes me very happy when people love my friends. Of course they know you. I've been talking about you, Ido. Of course. Sweet friend. Laila Tov. Guys, it's probably also wise for me to go as well. I don't want to stop the fun, but I'm happy that Ido popped on here to say hi because I like it when you guys like my friends, you know? Like I see this community as the most supportive community, and I want my community to support my friends, even if we're very different from each other, right? Probably Ido is the most different from me of all the people I've collabed with, but I love him very dearly. Liam says, is Tel Aviv safe now to go or no? Yeah, of course it's safe. I mean, I say of course. I mean, we don't have the Iranian rockets right now. So yeah, you could say that it's safe. But even when we had the rockets, like, you know, it was, I mean, the whole country was like not safe in a sense, but like what is not safe? I don't know. Anyways. Skynet, Oriel, hope to see more of your news coverage and more documentaries for All Israel News with Mansour, etc. Yeah, that could be cool. You guys are so sweet. I am going to probably also head out because I feel like that's the responsible adult-like thing to do. And it's something that I probably need to get better at. But I do know that in order to talk with you guys, I need to do it at times where probably more people are available, which is later for me. But I want to say that I love you guys. And for me, just being here for an hour with you guys just felt like we were talking for 10 minutes because I have so much fun with you guys. And again, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting, and thank you guys for supporting my friends. And Katya says, who is Ido? Ido is the person I just did a vlog with. So the latest vlog. And just sticking around to see your guys' loving comments. I love you guys so much. I really hope that you guys also, when you go to sleep, you sleep well. And thanks for all of your support. I think the next vlog will have to be the part 2 of the Josh vlog that hasn't come out yet because I had to sort of push that back because of the war, content-wise. So I just sort of had to push it back, but look forward to it because we had a lot of fun. We were basically going through Tel Aviv and all these archaeological sites and stuff like that. So gonna have to try and catch up on that. And I hope that I can do more lives with you guys soon. So much fun. Michal, you wrote Laila Tov in Hebrew. Very happy to hear that. Also, guys, I'm assuming that Ido isn't here right now. I would say the same even if he wasn't. Sometimes he'll say stuff and he can be a bit on the offensive side, right? So just don't take it personally. Don't pay it too much attention, right? It's okay. So if anyone was offended by him, I apologize in his name. He has a very different sense of humor that I had to sort of be just like, hey, I know that's your sense of humor, but like not chill with that comment or whatever, different people. Yes, we will meet him where he is at. I think that that's a good approach. I think that that's a good approach with everyone. Like the person is not of the same faith as me, the same background, the same whatever. And yet I think it's really good to try and find the commonalities, right, between you and another person. So I think that that's an important thing to have. But I was happy that he popped on there so that you guys can actually meet him. He was here and you could interact with him just a little bit. Anyways, I could go on and on, just sticking around to see. Yeah, the top cat. It's okay. I was a victim of CA, but okay, I understand it's his humor. What is CA? I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know what CA is. Can you tell me what CA is? The top cat? Oh, child abuse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know that CA is child abuse. I'm sorry for that. Yeah. We all have, very different upbringings. Nina Helen says, don't judge, different people, different personalities. That's true. And I think I don't know if he's probably not here on this thing anymore, but I don't think he would mind me saying this. I think he grew up, I think from what I understand, and also probably from some of his vlogs, I think he grew up homeless for a bit of his life. And I don't think he has much connection with his family. So I think he had somewhat of a rough upbringing in some different kind of ways that maybe I could relate to some of them in some ways, and some of them probably not at all. But um, I actually like, you try and connect with the person where they at, because even though it's not, we haven't gone through the same things, there are concepts that are probably the same. What if we both went through a lot of rejection? What if we both went through heartache? Or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know him well enough or long enough to know, but I'd like to think that we're all human beings having the same human being experience. So yeah, just pray for my friends because they're wonderful. Anyways, guys, I could talk to you guys for forever, but I have to work tomorrow. Bloomingville, you don't have to excuse him. The comment just was disgusting. Actually, I don't know that I saw the comment. I'm actually scrolling now to see. Oh, I see what he said. Yep, not for that comment, for sure. Not for that comment. If he was here, I would say like, hey, cross the line, mister. So yeah, I'm not for that comment, and that was actually disgusting. I'm a bit less for like offensive humor. I don't know. You can do it in good taste, but that wasn't in good taste. So I'm sorry for anyone who actually did, suffer from child abuse in different ways. I can only assume that people try to make peace with their own experiences through humor. I hope that that's not the case for him, because sometimes people do that. They try to laugh about the things that hurt them or in general. So I don't know if that's the case. I hope it's not. But some people deal with it that way. But thank you guys for being as gracious as you can. I appreciate that. And yes. No, also, like, look, I am not this person, right? I have my own actions and my own beliefs. I can't take responsibility for a person's actions, but I do apologize in general because this is my platform, and that matters to me, So here's Bunny. Okay, let's end this with Bunny. I told you guys he'd be back probably a bit later than what I thought, but here he is being like, meow. Come on. Cuppy. Come here, Cuppy. Oh, he went, okay. He just went straight under the bed. Let's see. Do I let Bunny sleep with you? Of course. Of course. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, feel free to. And basically, you can find me at the same name, Oriel in Israel. Bunny sleeps with me in the same bed all the time because he's the cutest little baby. And he likes to snuggle with me. Yeah, I love him so much. Okay, guys. I love you. Good night. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Ending stream.